This is a curious thing. What is this thing for? Well, hello, here we are again. I went out to shoot some footage yesterday for another video and shooting some B-roll and stuff like that. And B-roll is, the incidental stuff, the flowers and trees and canal boats and whatnot going by. Just incidental stuff, just filler stuff to make the video a little more interesting to look at. And it kind of turned into a video unto itself. This is a bit of a different video again, and it's raised a lot of questions, and I've got the Google Maps here to help us out as we go along. So as often happens, we start out by the Bridgewater Canal. That's the 40 Steps Bridge. We're on the towpath side looking over at the 40 Steps Bridge. Now don't get too excited. It's not the 40 Steps Bridge. It doesn't have 40 steps. It's not called the 40 Steps Bridge, and the bridge it replaced was not called the 40 Steps Bridge. It's just, I call that bridge the 40 Steps Bridge. So we're on our way to Broad Heath. We're going to take a look at the Linotype building again. We have another video that kind of ties into the Linotype building. This is a curious thing. What is this thing for? And this is a curious place. It's a canal warehouse, Broad Heath, 1833. And we'll definitely be coming back to this building. It's there's a bit of an interesting story on that one. So we have a great audience here at Wicked Acorn. We have a very learned, experienced audience. So if you know what any of these things are or know anything about them, please leave a comment, and leave a comment on the video here on YouTube, please, because the comments just get lost on Facebook and other places. So if you remember the oldest bridge in Sale, that's a very similar stone, isn't it? We have some lily pads in this section of the canal. I've never seen that before. here's another curious bit. The canal narrows here for a very short section, and it's got a substantial raised portion here with metal bits for tying something, boats probably. So what is this section all about? Why is this different? What happened here? So it wasn't obvious on the ground what this thing was, but when I checked it out in Google Maps, it's pretty obvious what it is. So I'll just bring you into Google Maps here so you can have a look for yourself and see what this thing was. So here we are. This is the Timperley Triangle, as I've mentioned many times before. So we're right here we are right here. This is where we are. Well, actually, we're over here on the other side. So if I switch to satellite, you can see this bridge here. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong bridge here. It's this bridge here. And that's the thing. It's not a bridge anymore. But of course, it was. Turn off these labels here. Satellite. Turn off these labels. There we go. So you can see this is, I've forgotten the name of this railway. I'll put it up on screen. This is Skeleton Junction. So what the name of the railway is, I don't remember. And you can see there was once a bridge that went across here. And I was like, what is this thing? What is this thing here? And it's warehouses. But at one time, it was a bridge. So they put this bit here to stabilize the canal bank for the bridge. So we'll just go down on the ground and you can see it a bit better. Yeah, you can see it's warehouses now, but it was once a viaduct, a bridge, or the ramp leading up to. It's called Viaduct Road. Yeah, so a lot, you can see it's all the arches closed in here for the bridge. So that is what that thing is, or why it is so. So you can see this bump here, and it would have been to, I'm assuming, to stabilize the bank of the canal, all the weight from all the stone and whatnot that came along there. So I think that's that mystery solved. What is this bridge? Is this the bridge I've been looking for? Is this the other corner of the Timperley Triangle? You can see the grooves here, and the ropes, the lines towing the barges on the canal here. I think, is this the bridge? Looks a little derelict, but I see some new patches in it. That looks like a new patch. Where am I? Altrincham Accident and Repair Center. Now that's Timperley Station, and this is the trail opposite the towpath alongside the canal. So I've gone up over the bridge. What's it called? Park Road, is it? So let's go back this way. So I think I've discovered where A Brook goes under the canal. I'm not sure where I am. Probably Cinderland Brook. And you can see it's fenced off. Fenced off twice. There's a much older fence beyond this more modern green one. And I can't really get a good shot of it for you. So, fence post here. It's the tram tracks over there, as you'll see in a second. It goes under that, and then under my feet here, and on across the canal over that way. So I'll have to look at that fence next time I go past and see if it comes out there. This is interesting too. Something to stabilize the edge of the canal. Wood. Not the best of choices, but what do I know? How long has that been there? And what is it for? Is it to stabilize the edges? What are these two little metal rails here? I only see two. Interesting little adventure over this side. And here's another fenced off section. And down there, I can see running water. So that's probably Cinderland Brook there, going under the canal. The other one, Timperley Brook, maybe? I don't know. And this is not a good time to look at this. It's so overgrown with all the vegetation. I'll have to look at this in the fall, in the autumn, as you call it. I've done a quick research on fall and autumn, and apparently fall is an older word than autumn. Fall is a word that you guys would have used in the 1600s, and then you evolved into autumn, whereas North Americans stuck with fall. So we'll come back in the fall. So this is why I came this way. I saw these lilies from the other side. Get some B-roll for our video. Something else I just noticed, and this is one of the rare times that I don't have my pocket knife with me, is this this looks like an alder, and there's so much alder where I'm from, and if I had my knife I would show you how to make a whistle. It's a great tree for making whistles. So I will bring my pocket knife back here next time. But you have to do it in the spring, and it's getting kind of late. You need it when the sap is flowing in the tree. And it looks very much like an alder, but not quite. There's something different about it. But if it's not an alder, it's certainly something related to an alder. So this is the first. Take our bicycle over the 40 steps bridge. Can I do this? And shoot at the same time? Not easily. No, it's a tram. Every few minutes there's a tram here. Hey, this is too awkward. So this video has raised some questions and maybe answered a few. That brook is a curious thing. If those two brooks, I'm calling them brooks, what else could they be? It was after Park Road here, after the Timperley station. And as you can see here, there's only one brook, Cinderland Brook, in that section between Timperley station and the 40 steps bridge here. There's only the one brook. So what is that second brook? If indeed it is a brook, but what else could it be? So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one. But if you want to help us out on our adventures, why don't you join our brew club? Get yourself a mug. There'll be a link in the description. You can even get your name put on these if you like. It has it on both sides, but you can get your name put in here. And join our brew crew and help us out on our adventures. See you in the next one.